welcome to another vlog. In this video I want to talk about journey mapping. So journey mapping is a process that I developed in the aftermath of my own really challenging chapter, and it came from actually studying Joseph Campbell's Hero's Journey framework. And the Hero's Journey framework, if you're not familiar with it, is a narrative pattern that you can find at the core of every story, every movie, every book, every myth. Anytime there is a story that you're consuming that involves a hero of some kind, it can usually be mapped back to the hero's journey framework. And the hero's journey itself, the one that Joseph Campbell created, has 3 core phases and 12 steps within it. And when I first started writing the Unravel book, when I first realized that that is what I was doing, I started studying the hero's journey. And I actually read a book called The Writer's Journey, and it was all about how to use the hero's journey, more so for screenwriting, but really went in depth into each of the 12 steps throughout the 3 core stages. When I did this, when I started studying it more in depth, I realized that it was a really powerful personal growth tool, and I actually credit it with helping me make the choice and the decision to really do the work to rise up and come back in the aftermath of my loss and the trauma that followed, the PTSD that I had, and all of the hard things that I really went through after a sudden and traumatic loss at the end of 2014. So the hero's journey is something that I have studied, that I am obsessed with, that I love, and that I think provides just a really great framework for personal growth and healing. In the last year, I have run my journey mapping program twice, and while it is inspired by and pulls from the hero's journey framework a bit, I've also incorporated a lot of different things into it. And I've come up with my own 5-phase journey mapping process. And it's all the things that I believe we need to have in place to really thrive in the aftermath of truly challenging chapters or big life transitions. So sometimes those chapters involve things like loss and grief and trauma and abuse. And sometimes it's losing a job or changing careers. It's moving from the place that we grew up to somewhere completely new all by ourselves. It's the ending of a relationship. It's a transition in our life that has really left us feeling turned inside out and upside down, and like we don't know how to relate to ourselves or our life or our relationships, our work, our world anymore. So journey mapping is really designed to help navigate that process and to really help you cultivate the skills and tools and resources that you need in order to move through it more quickly and with a lot more grace and ease. So what I am doing is I put together a free training call. It's on September 12th, that's a Thursday, at 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 o'clock Eastern, and I'm going to be walking you through the 5 stages of the journey mapping process. I'm going to be really showing you what it is that you need to do in order to create a map for yourself. So that's something that the hero's journey really gave me. It allowed me to create a map, and not just a one-size-fits-all, this is how everybody goes through healing and growth, but a map that really took into account where I was coming from, where I started, what it is specifically that I went through, and how I was changed at my core, and what was different about me. And it also helped me figure out, where am I going now that I know that I'm on this journey and I know where I'm at in it? What is it that I'm working to create? What comes next? And how do I really walk through that process and navigate it with more ease, instead of feeling like I felt so much like I was bumping up against walls where there used to be doors, because I had changed so much from the journey that I was on that I could no longer be the person I was before. Yet I was still living that person's life. I was still living the life that I had built that I suddenly couldn't relate to anymore. So journey mapping, this process, is designed around everything that I really learned about what it takes to step into what comes next when you're smack dab in the middle of your own life, but you don't know how to relate to it anymore. Like I said, that might be something traumatic and hard or challenging that you've been through that's left you disoriented and confused and really not sure of yourself and who you are anymore. It might just be a change, a transition in your life that again has left you feeling disoriented and kind of just turned inside out inside your own life. You're not really sure what to do or how to move forward. Or it might just be that your life is fine and good, but it feels kind of meh. It doesn't really feel fulfilling anymore, and you're not quite sure what to do about it. So if any of that resonates for you, if you're really trying to get clear on who am I now in the aftermath of something, or who am I now at this point in my life, and who is it that I'm working to become, and what the heck do I do to get from where I am to where I am now going, then I would love to have you on this training call. So again, Thursday, September 12th at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. It's a live training. If you can make it, there'll be some great bonus content for you. If not, there will be a replay, but just grab the link below this video, and I look forward to sharing more about the journey mapping process with you. All right, I will catch you soon in another video.